What it do, Grizz Nation? It's your boy Evan Hayes, the co-host of the No Bluffin Podcast, and I'm back with another post-game bounce. I'll be giving my positives, my negatives, and my overall insights for last night's game. Mr. Memphis Grizzlies took on the New Orleans Pelicans. If my voice sounds a little weird, it's because I'm a little under weather, but as they say in show business, the show must go on, and I'm back still bringing y'all this fire content. Now let's get into the game. The Grizzlies won last night's game 132-124 as they pushed their record to 22-10 on the season, pushing them back in second place in the Western Conference after the Rockets lost last night. It was their 8th wire-to-wire win in the season, their second straight win after losing to the Clippers a few nights ago, and it was the first win on a big road trip that is upcoming for the team. They have a 5-game road trip coming up against all Western Conference opponents, a very big test coming up, and the Grizzlies got off to that road trip on a right footing. Quick little rundown for the stats of the game. Jaren Jackson Jr. was a team high scorer with 33 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 7 steals. 7 stocks. He had steals high in stocks. He had 3 blocks and 4 steals. Ja Morant, and only 24 minutes, might I add, we'll get to that in a little minute, had 25 points, 7 assists, and 4 steals. If you were leaving under the rack, you probably missed that Ja Morant did not finish last night's game as he went out with a right shoulder injury as he fell off a hard screen by Daniel Theis. That is the same shoulder that he hurt last summer or hurt last season. The Grizzlies, for precautionary reasons, did not return to the game. He was listed as doubtful to return, never returned, but in a very short time span, he still had a great game. Desmond Bane had 18 points, 8 assists, and 4 steals. Zach Edey had another strong performance in the starting lineup with 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks, and a steal. Scottie Pippen, in Ja Morant's absence, he stepped up, had 13 points. And Jalen Reds rounded out all key contributors with 10 points. New Orleans was basically a two-headed monster with Trey Murphy III with 35 points and shooting 5 for 12 from 3. And CJ McCollum, the infamous Grizz killer, had 32 points. And Dejounte Murray had a stat sheet stuff for the game with 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 9 assists. But as I said before, the Grizzlies came out with a win last game. And here are a few of my takeaways. Number 1, the 3 ball was falling. The Grizzlies shot 17 for 41 from the 3-point line. That's 41.4% from the 3-point line. You would take that any day, especially with guys at the lineup, like Marcus Smart at the lineup, Ja Morant guys at the lineup. The 3 ball was falling consistently, and a result of that is the ball movement. The Grizzlies had 30 assists last night. I believe them and the Pelicans had 30 assists each, so a lot of ball movement working good on both sides for both teams. So the ball moves around. The ball was not sticking through most parts of the game, which led to a lot of open shots. Ja Morant himself, who hasn't had a great year shooting, went 3 for 4 from 3-point line, but getting open shots. We love to see that. The new offense, it seems like the team is starting to get into the groove with this type of offense. You've seen all the advanced stats with the Grizzlies leading in points, top 5 in true shooting percentage, pace, and all those offensive stats. It's because this new offense is predicating itself on getting open shots, especially getting the 3 ball and pushing the pace. And the Grizzlies did that tonight. On the bad side, even though they had 30 assists, they had 16 turnovers. You do not want a 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. You don't like that. You like to maybe be around the 10 to 12 range. It was a lot of sloppy passes here and there where maybe they saw the guy too late. We saw Ja Morant with a few, Scottie Pippen with a, Jalen Ravia had a lot last night. You definitely want to keep those turnovers down, especially against a not so good New Orleans team. They were 5-26 going to this game. Now they're 5-27, obviously, against a team that is not that good with a lot of guys in the lineup. You don't want sloppy ball movement. On the other side of that, offensive rebounding was a struggle. Well, defensive rebound was a struggle for the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies lost the rebounding battle, which is something that doesn't happen a lot. They lost the rebounding battle 45-42, which isn't a big margin, but they also lost on the offensive boards. New Orleans had 12 offensive rebounds last night to the Grizzlies 9. That gives a lot of second chance points that they gave up, and they could have capitalized on even more. So with bigs like Zach Edey and Jaren Jackson Jr., you want to see, and Brandon Clark, you want to see the Grizzlies corralling those boys a little bit better. But, things happen. Maybe hopefully next game we work on boxing out a lot more. But I kind of just want to get into what's upcoming for the Grizzlies. Their next game is this coming Sunday against OKC. Then they have Phoenix coming in on that Tuesday, Sacramento, then Golden State. That's this big test for a road trip. If OKC, who's a playoff team, the Suns are fringe playoff team. Sacramento, who's probably not going to make the playoffs, especially after firing Mike Brown and Golden State Warriors, who's all a tough out. If Ja Morant extend a period of time, you have to know how to right the ship when he's gone. The Grizzlies did a very good job at certain points today when Ja Morant was out. They were able to respond to everything that New Orleans gave them. When New Orleans made a flurry, they was able to respond. Jaren Jackson Jr. made big plays. Jesse Bain made big plays. Brandon Clark got big rebounds. Zach Edey, Scottie Pippen, guys contributed. But there was also times, especially down the stretch in the fourth quarter, where the ball sticked a lot when Ja Morant was not on the floor. The ball got stagnant. It wasn't a lot of movement. That's where a lot of those extra turnovers came in. You really want to see if, hopefully, knock on wood, that Ja Morant is out for an extended period of time, that we can keep those philosophies in the offensive game going. And the defense intensity stays the same. Because if he doesn't play on Sunday, that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going against Scottie Pippen. The Grizzlies have to do a good job of helping Scottie Pippen out in that matchup, being and playing very good team defense. So that's one thing just to keep an eye on with these next few games coming up. Overall, last night was a pretty good win for all things considered, with Santi Aldama out the line of Ja Morant leaving game early, Marcus Smart still back. You took care of business. You didn't like that we struggled. If you're a Grizzlies fan, you probably didn't like that we struggled that much against a 5-26 New Orleans team, but a win is a win. The Grizzlies are winners of their 14 of the last 17. They're playing a lot of good basketball, but with a semi-gauntlet coming up in January, you really want to see how this team responds. And with the depth that this team has, and if the coaching staff to keep these guys together with guys potentially being out like they've been the whole season, I feel like we'll be fine. So that's all I have for this game's post-game bounce. Make sure to check everybody's shows out on the Bluff City Media Network. I'll be back with another post-game bounce soon. And as always, go Grizz.